Going on adventures to new places can be really interesting, especially in D&D, to travel to new places that we haven't been before.
Oh yeah, just hiking in the woods, you could be anywhere. You could going from a town to another town can lead to some fun and exciting encounters.
However, if we travel to the same place back and forth over and over again, especially over long distances, it can get kind of boring.
Yes, especially if like you started off at level 3 and you had a level 3 encounter on the way to this big bad tower, and then you have to go all the way back and you keep encountering these things over and over again. You could encounter some problems.
That encounters some problems.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, today we're going to be getting into how we solve the travel problem.
Yes.
Let's go.
See you in there.
When we're dealing with travel in D&D, when players are going to a new town, it can be very exciting. You roll a bunch of random encounters as they're traveling 8 days from this city to this city.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be fantastic. They get there for the first time, they're exploring the new city, they're staying in the inn, and then they get some sort of, they get quests to go take stuff back to the first city.
Yep.
Now we're going to roleplay going 8 days
All
back
the way
to
back.
the first city, maybe more random encounters. And then they're like, oh yeah, that was great. Here's some money. Here, take this supplies back to the other city. And like, all right, we're going to go 8 days, maybe
All
random
the way
encounters all the way back.
Hey, if they make enough money. I've known some campaigns that people would do that for.
We're calling this the travel problem. I also call it the Skyrim effect, where when you get a bunch of quests that require you to travel back and forth across the land over and over and over again, it takes a lot of time.
Oh yeah, and it can drag on a lot if you have to roleplay it every single time.
Yeah, so the idea is that you're not really progressing the plot too huge of an amount during this time, especially if your city, they're looking at your map and they're like, this city is 8 days on foot away from the other city. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to have to travel for 8 days. We're going to roleplay traveling for 8 days. There's possibility for random encounters on 8 days. There's 8 sleeps where we're keeping watch for being attacked in the night.
Rolling every single time. Yeah.
So honestly, this can take a lot of real time for all of you real adults at the table with your real schedules that you have tried to get together to play D&D together. So how do we solve this? If this is what your players want to do, then that's great. Mm-hmm. That's fantastic. However, if you've already gone on this journey before, then maybe we just say, hey, we're going back to this town. It's 8 days of travel. Do we just want to skip it? Do we want to?
Yes.
Do we want to not role play it? Do we want to say you travel for 8 days and you get back to this city and just skip ahead in time? We could also, if you really want to potentially have a random encounter, maybe skip to that encounter. Be like, you travel for 4 days, but around dusk on the 4th day, as you're traveling down the path and the sun is setting in the distance, you hear a rustling in the woods as you hear just a something comes out and attacks the party.
Even Lord of the Rings does this when they're traveling.
Yeah.
They describe that everything was fine on the river for 7 days until...
Right. We don't have to role play every single moment of every single day. Mm-hmm. And honestly, a lot of DMs have found this to be an issue, especially if you have a big world and your players don't have any ability to teleport. Travel can get kind of exhausting.
And expensive sometimes, if you...
Yep. So one of our solutions that we've already discussed is you can fast travel, in which case you say you travel 8 days to this city. Maybe if you want to do an encounter, then you'll say on the 6th day, X happens.
Yes. You can do there are a couple random encounter tables where it's maybe not combat, maybe is combat. If you roll up to 25, it's nothing happens if you roll. So you can roll every day kind of a thing, and it doesn't have to be a violent trip.
Yeah. Depending on your world, you can also have alternative methods of transportation. So for instance, maybe you hire a horse-drawn carriage that gets you there faster. Maybe you hire a ship that brings you around the continent. Maybe your world even has teleportation circles in big cities, and they can pay for magic users to send them to the other city. And so later in the campaign, when they have more money, they can just pay to get sent places.
Yes. Assuming also later games is when more pressing issues happen in
Right.
the world.
And that's where they've discovered most of your world, and they need to be able to travel between all the key locations for the plot. And so, having discovered everything, they just need to be able to get places fast.
Right. This isn't to take away travel in general. A lot of people enjoy traveling, and it's the journey, not the destination. Lots of things they can encounter in the wild. Suddenly a player becomes inflicted with lycanthropy and becomes a werewolf, based off of early encounters. Sometimes that's one of the best parts can happen. So, when you're traveling initially, that's partly the best of it, is the first time going to a place, and then the second time going back. But as soon as it becomes a problem, that's when you should start instigating more, all right, guys, talking to your players about what they would want.
Yeah. And especially if you have a whole bunch of events happening and they're like, we want to do stuff for the Merchants Guild up in Merchantsport. And, but there's a huge festival happening down in Festival Town.
Festival Town, that's my favorite place!
But that's on the other side of the continent. That's like a 25-day trek. But we want to be in Merchants Guild for 3 days, but the festival happens in 4 days and we can't get there in time because of all the travel. Maybe they can pay someone up in Merchants Town to teleport them down to Festivalville. I don't remember what I called it.
Festival Port.
Oh, it was Merchants Port and Festival Town.
Yes.
Already losing track of my town names that I came up with right now. But the idea is that it gives them more of a sandboxy feel where they can do this activity up here and still get to this event down here.
If you want a fast travel sound effect, you can put on the Indiana Jones bum, ba-dum, bow, as they're traveling across the map.
Yeah, so it's even in Indiana Jones, they've got the little red arrow that just as they're flying, they go on the thing. So things like that. Don't take your travel too seriously. The first time that they go discover a new place, really zoom in on that travel and they're discovering all this. They're blazing a trail through the woods or whatever it is. But if they've done it a million times already, just be like, yeah, you travel to that location. We can shorten it after time.
Oh yeah.
So that's our solution to the travel problem. Please let us know in the comments down below. Do you like our solution? Do you have your own solution?
I'd like to add that Pointy Hat actually has a really good video about this that I watched recently. That was all about styling it to different role-playing, different traveling, and different combat encounters.
Yeah.
So I was going go check it out. He's a good channel.
Yeah, Pointy Hat is a great channel. But yeah, like and subscribe. Comment down below, please. Let us know what you do, and we can all as a community just kind of come together and do cool stuff.
Yes.
All right.
Travel with us, and we'll have a great time.
Thanks for traveling with us. Stay legendary. Okay.
Welcome back.
Exploring can be very...
Travel!
When we're going on an adventure to I don't know. Just